maybe you can help us make sense not just of VMware's results, but understand more deeply what's happening in enterprise tech. We've seen kind of a couple different stories playing out, even yesterday, Dell Technologies, your parent, versus what VMware turned in. On the one hand, on the hardware side, you've got Intel chip shortages, memory cost increases, kind of a large enterprise slowdown in spending on hardware. But as you said in the past, there's not that much of a correlation between what's happening in hardware and what VMware sees. That continues to be the case, right?
Yeah, very much. And there is certainly some turbulence on the hardware or on-premise spend side. And, after an extraordinary last year spend, much bigger than people would have thought, a bit of moderation this year. Obviously, some of the supply chain aspects of CPUs and memories. But our results really are showing that VMware has always helped people get efficiency from their data center spend. And we saw that again this quarter, that investment really is related to workload growth, right, and the ability for us to take customers to the hybrid multi-cloud. And we saw a great strength in some of our emerging products like NSX at 50% growth rate, and also our hybrid cloud and subscription business at 40% growth rate. So we're clearly seeing this thesis that people are investing in us as the pathway to the future. And having just finished a worldwide tour through all three geos with our VMworld and vForum, we believe digital transformation is alive and well. People are investing in that.
So, Pat, is there no correlation at all between what we see happening in hardware and the results that you're seeing? Or is there maybe a slight negative correlation in that people aren't spending on hardware because they can spend on some of the technologies you mentioned that you're investing in to get more efficiency?
Yeah, we think any correlation there is weak at best. And in some ways, we've always been able to be, I'll say, enabling them to get more from their hardware investment, and now enabling them to get more from not only their on-premise data center, but really combining that with public cloud even gives additional efficiency as well. So in that sense, we're somewhat counter-cyclical.
Want to talk about Project Pacific. We've been talking a bit about Kubernetes recently. We had HP Enterprise CEO on yesterday making his case for why they are a way to go there. But this is a big investment and project from you guys, kind of tying containerization Kubernetes into your vSphere product. It's in beta now, right? When are we going to see it actually come out fully ready?
Yeah, and this idea of Kubernetes is maybe as powerful as the virtual machine and Java was 20 years ago. So we see it as a major industry inflection point where the industry is agreeing on how applications will get built and infrastructure will get automated. And for that, Pacific is bringing it into the core vSphere. And for us, this is hundreds of thousands of customers, millions of people that use our products will now become Kubernetes enabled. And Pacific, as you said, is in beta today. Great interest. We've been oversubscribed. We've expanded the beta process twice already, and we're still oversubscribed. And it'll be part of the next major release of vSphere that will come early next year. So we're well on track to deliver what we think is a groundbreaking technology. And it's part of this much bigger strategy that we've laid out with the Heptio and the pivotal acquisitions that will soon be closing. All of that gives us great assets to capitalize on the Kubernetes transition for the industry.
I mean, Java has been huge for technology, not just in the enterprise, but consumer as well. It was a really, really big deal. So that's a high bar that you're setting. What sort of an advantage is this going to give VMware, assuming Project Pacific works out the way you planned, over rivals? I don't know if you want to talk in terms of months or years of lead or what.
Yeah, and really the unique thing that VMware is bringing to the table is the ability to combine today's applications, infrastructure, and VMs with tomorrow's containers. And doing that in a seamless way, wow. I mean, this is like a gold mine because people don't need to build new for the new stuff. They're able to run it on their existing and modernized environments as well. And that seamlessness saves them years in their application migration and modernization process, millions of dollars in investment, and really helps them migrate and modernize to a hybrid cloud, multi-cloud future. Furthermore, customers are going to look for a common way to manage multiple Kubernetes clouds. And VMware, this is what we've been doing forever. In the past, we said, hey, we made any server, HP, IBM, Dell, Fujitsu, we made it okay with the VMware layer. And what we're doing here will make Kubernetes from any of the clouds and the private cloud, okay. And for that, we're quite uniquely positioned in the industry to enable both the integration of the past and the future and multi-clouds into the future. VMware super well positioned on this key technology.
Okay, talk to us about Carbon Black. You've got that now. We talk about security a lot, but security stocks standalone are often some of the most volatile. So how are you going to make Carbon Black an integrated part of VMware that delivers, I guess, reliable earnings going into the future? How do you integrate it and monetize it in a way that's profitable?
Yeah, and I've been very critical of the security industry, John, where I've said, every year for the last 10 years, this has been the fastest growing piece of IT budget, but we've had faster growth in the number and cost of breaches. That's the definition of a broken industry. Thousands of products, thousands of suppliers who are spending more and getting less from the customers. This is broken. And what we're doing is building security into the platform. We're building it into vSphere, into the network with NSX, into the client with Workspace ONE. Common end-to-end cloud and analytics so that customers are getting that experience without having to add all this stuff on. And in the process of doing so, being able to operationalize it, operate it consistently with how they're already running their apps and their infrastructure. And we believe this will be industry shaping. I'm out to change the security industry because simply put, the world should stop putting so much of their future on our platforms if we don't do a better job in the area of security. And we, VMware, are committed to not just create a new business for us, but really to change what the industry is doing and how customers are able to get secure infrastructure and applications into the future. This is thrilling.
Okay, finally, I want to talk about sales. I believe you announced some shuffles in your top sales leadership. How is the playbook, if at all, for how enterprise software sales, cloud sales need to happen in 2020 going to be different from 2019?
Yeah, and we've been very, very happy with Maurizio, our European leader, came over 4 years ago. He had committed to 3 when he came. He gave us 4. And really, he's going to continue with the company in a strategic capacity as he, for personal reasons, moves back to Europe. We're bringing Jean-Pierre over. We're trading an Italian for a Frenchman. So our European business has been maybe the best performing for VMware. So we expect it to be an extremely smooth transition for us. And increasingly, we're selling solutions where we're going to the customer and saying, you can buy the individual products, but the opportunity is take the solution from us. Because every day that we enable customers to spend less time looking down at infrastructure and looking up at their application and their business transformation, that's the unique thing that we're out to enable customers to do. Take those complete solutions for the data center, for the cloud, for the end user experience, bring them from VMware, fewer strategic suppliers that you're relying on for more, and helping you accelerate your digital transformation. That's the VMware value proposition. We're thrilled as we look into the next fiscal year to really deliver on that in a powerful way for the customers. And coming on a solid quarter, we think we're super well positioned to do exactly that.